Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Diana, and today I wanted to continue the North Node through the sign series. I wanted to talk about the North Node in Aquarius, or in the 11th house. Now before I get into talking about this placement, I wanted to remind you guys that I have a holiday sale for birth chart and relationship readings. So if you go to my website, oneloveastrology.com, you will be able to see that my birth chart reading is on sale for just $30. And you'll get a 20-minute audio clip explaining your birth chart, your personality patterns, things that I feel like you should look out for or develop and stuff like that. And that's a great deal, I think, because a lot of astrologers nowadays, they do charge a lot of money for birth chart readings, like it could be upwards of $300 or even $100 for like a 10-minute, clip, which is understandable because they have a lot of experience. But still, if you know somebody that, you're trying to persuade them to get into astrology, this would make a great holiday gift. Or if you want to know something a little bit more about yourself, understand yourselves, this is a great way to do that. And then if you're in a relationship and you want to know your compatibility and your composite charts and things like that, this is a great opportunity to get your Sinistry composite chart read if you book the relationship reading, which is $75 for an hour. Of course, you guys don't have to support me by booking a reading, but you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a video. I'm almost done with the North Node series, so I will be putting spontaneous videos next, and I have some fun ideas that I plan to post in November. Here's my dog pup. He's a Pisces. He's a Boston Terrier, and he stinks. I'm going to talk about the North Node and the South Node and what they mean first. So the North Node is your life purpose. It's what you're here to master. It's what your soul is constantly going to be going after, and it's the part of yourself that's going to be very uncomfortable to develop. People don't behave in their North Node ways typically until after their Saturn return, where they're a little bit more mature and realize that being uncomfortable is actually a good thing and causes growth. The South Node is what we are likely to go back to. It's our safe zone, our tendencies. In this case, the safe zone for an Aquarius North Node is going to be Leo behaviors. Having your North Node in Aquarius or in the 11th house means that you come from a past life where you were very used to being a Leo. You were used to being the king or the queen of your home, the head of the home. You may be a chief or a dictator, so you're used to kind of seeing everyone else in the world as peasants. You're used to being on your high throne, being on your high horse, and you have an overdeveloped ego in this life. In the beginning of your life, especially like in your 20s and stuff, kind of be very selfish and think about yourself, what you really have to do and what your soul is really after is for you to look after others and bring out their egos and, tell them what they're good at, because the focus is no longer on you. So the tendencies that you have to develop in this life, number one, you have to learn how to work with groups. You have to learn that your ideas are no longer going to be best if you think of them on your own. But if ideas come from you from group situations and you hang out with like-minded people. Number two, the other thing that you're going to have to develop is, being a little bit more humanitarian, caring for people. It's always good for you if you, give extra money to people that are homeless, or you donate money to charity, you donate time to charity. To learn about what it means to be a good friend. You need to speak your unconventional ideas that happen, and again, you need to just put yourself into group situations. The other important thing that you need to develop is the concept that you we're put on this world to help the new age. So you are an instrument in this life. You're an instrument in this life for angels and spirit guides to use you as a vessel to bring ideas for the new age and help people in the new age. So I think that having the North Node in Aquarius or in the 11th house is actually really a blessing, because you have the potential to reach great success and great power as long as you don't let your ego get in the way, as long as you do it with the mind that you're doing it to help other people. Because once you actually start doing things for fame or for success or for money, that's when the universe is going to cut you off and be like, nope, you're going back to be a peasant now, to kind of teach you a lesson. The other thing that I wanted to bring up is that they need to develop respect for people of all areas and walks of life, all shapes and sizes. And what I mean by this is in the past life, like I said earlier, they tend to see people below them as their subordinates or their slaves or their peasants, and it's not like that anymore. The Aquarius North Node person needs to understand that whether, they see somebody who's a full-time student and is struggling, or a single mom with a whole bunch of kids, or a CEO that is stressed out, it's all essentially they need to learn that everybody is going to have cards dealt. And just because somebody is in an executive position or in a high-level position within society, they deserve more respect. No, they need to understand that everybody deserves the same amount of respect regardless of their position in society. Hard time realizing that, to where they only give respect to people who seem like popular, and can help them attain something, which is not the case. Again, Aquarius North Nodes, I'm going to keep re-emphasizing, the world gave you this position so you can be brought down to society and be a part of a community, and really understand the flaws in the community so that you can maybe bring about change somehow. Some careers that are really good for the Aquarius North Node or the North Node in the 11th house would be an engineer. Say that you're really good at science and you can develop this drug to cure cancer or something, or you're really good at nutrition and you create this plan to help people lose weight, those types of things. And that's just an example, but you guys can also be an astrologer, and that's great because you have angels and spirit guides that can communicate with you and help people with their psychological problems or relationship problems, and that comes really easily to you. Or you can be scientists. Things like that grant you great success and power as long as you're not consciously going out there and looking for it and making that a priority. And you have to go out and help the world with an open, selfless heart, and then you'll see that the universe will give you gifts for what you're doing. The Aquarius North Node, because they have a past life of being a Leo, and Leo is all about love and romance and getting what they want and stuff like that. Aquarius North Node people, they need to let go of the fact that they need love to go out and fulfill their role and duties in this life. I mean, it's nice to have love, but these people tend to have an obsessive need to be in a relationship with love and romance, and then they think that once they get that, they're going to go out and save the planet, or they can go out and make moves, which is not necessarily true. They need to go after helping people selflessly first, and develop friendships actually first, and then maybe love will come to them. The other thing with Aquarius North Node, again, their past life they were at Leo, so they tended to be they were really dramatic and arrogant and stuff like that, that is going to seep into this life. So with the Aquarius North Node now, in this life, they tend to be a little bit arrogant because they think that their way is the best way, and then they may block ideas out of others when in reality, other people can bring better ideas out of them. But if they're so fixated on the fact that their idea is gold, it's the gold standard, they're really not going to get anywhere, and it's going to cause for disappointment. To stop being bossy. They have to learn how to work with others and be cooperative and let other people talk, and give other people respect. And then they also have to realize that it's kind of with the theme of what I was talking about earlier, that bad things are going to happen to everyone, including them. And when something happens to an Aquarius North Node, they're going to be shocked. They're going to be like, what, why me? And it can kind of debilitate them for a second. So they need to really accept the fact that when bad things, quote unquote, happen, it's for a higher purpose. They need to look at the big picture and be like, okay, so I didn't get this job. Yeah, it's a slap in the face to my ego, but maybe there's a better opportunity, or maybe I'm meant to do something else. So they need to start looking at things that way. And it's very hard for them to do that because they are used to getting whatever the fuck they want. They're spoiled brats, honestly. And even their parents tend to give them whatever they want, so that when life doesn't, it's really hurtful for them. Description for the Aquarius North Node. Remember, guys, let go of your ego. Make other people feel special in this life now. Bring out the gifts of other people, and life will give you great things. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Bye.